My name's Mike Jones. I'm the reference librarian here at the Harlingen Public Library. And each month we have various programs which cater to the community's needs. One of our more popular programs is the Tip of Texas Genealogical Society. And we have the president here today, Miss Susan Francis, and she's going to tell us a little bit, about their society. And welcome, Susan.
Thank you, Mike. It's nice to be here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, can you tell us a little bit about the history of the society? I think I have some notes here. It started in 1962, right?
That's correct. We've been organized for a long time. The Tip of Texas Genealogical Society was founded in 1962 by 8 women in Harlingen who were interested in exploring their family roots back to the pre-Revolutionary War period.
Oh, well, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I see here that Dorothy McBride was the first president, and she's still the only founder, right?
Well, she's the only living founder.
Oh, the only living founder.
Still living.
Okay. Well, that's pretty cool. And then, I've worked with you the last couple of years, and it seems like one of the missions of the society is to provide more genealogy books for the public. Is that right?
That's correct. From the beginning, those women wanted library sources for their research and to help everybody in the community do family research. So they started helping the library stock a genealogy section. Mm-hmm. And today we have over 3,000 books, I believe, in our genealogy bay. You would know better than I, but the collection includes guides, local histories, how-to books, documents from all states, as well as resources from other nations representing just about all of the ethnic groups.
Okay. And as I read here as an example, personally for you, you came across a book about some German-speaking churches, right?
Yes, I was trying to prove my lineage to join Daughters of the American Revolution. And I needed some documentation that I felt was in a book that translated and transcribed records from several German churches in Pennsylvania in the 1970s. And I thought, I saw a reference to this book. I thought, where in the world am I going to find this book? Mm-hmm. But I'd heard that our library had a good genealogy section. So without much hope, I decided to start there. And to my amazement, I found that book in our genealogy section. Mm-hmm. And it did help me.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, you just never know what you're going to find at the library. So that's, that was a good day for you for genealogy. So yeah, as far as the notes I have here, it also says, that the group, they produce a genealogical tips, kind of a newsletter for the community, right?
Yes, it's multi-page. In fact, the last one I think published was 36 pages. It's full of resources for genealogy researchers. It's a wonderful volume or quarterly. Our present editor, who has been our editor for many years, is Marlene Pegg. And we make that quarterly, the current issues available to members of the Genealogy Society. But our past volumes or quarterlies are in the genealogy section at the library. And you can find them on findmypast.com.
Oh, okay. Yeah, as far as that newsletter, is it also, if you're a member, is it also passed on through email or is it just at the findmypast.com?
We get it in email. Marlene does print several copies. One of them goes to the library, and there are probably a handful of members who get it mailed to them because they do not do computer. Also, we email that quarterly to libraries and genealogical societies all over the country. We have reciprocal memberships with them, and they get our genealogical tips.
Okay. Yeah, kind of moving along here. We have such a great, a great array of services that the society provides. With community services, I know whenever the society has a workshop, it's very, very popular. One of our more popular, yeah, it's always good for the library's popularity because, they're so well attended. Do you want to talk to me about some of the workshops, that they provide?
Yes, we don't have regularly scheduled workshops,
Okay.
but we do uh, schedule and advertise workshops
Mhm.
periodically. And we always have a presentation about how to start. And we have members there that are available to help people with their individual research. We have helpful forms,
Mhm.
genealogy, ancestor charts, lists of popular websites that can be helpful for genealogy, and other forms. And so we try to be as helpful as possible to people who are either beginners in research or more advanced doing their family history research.
Okay. Yeah, I think I presented there a few months ago. I presented our digital archive service here at the library, and I asked a question, about how many people were working on their own genealogy kind of projects, and I think everybody raised their hand, so that was pretty cool. That was pretty inclusive, with that. I also read here, that you know, a basically another service, that is provided by the group is Miss Mary Torres has the Harlingen Happenings. Uh,
Well, yes,
yeah,
she's one of our members, and
yeah,
she publishes in the Valley Morning Star
yeah.
uh, about local events, and she's always very helpful about publishing who our next speaker is going to be, and what the title of the talk or program is going to be.
So, so how long have they been publishing that in the paper? Has that been an ongoing thing, or did that just start
Many years.
many years?
Mary is doing a wonderful job. She actually stepped into the shoes of another woman who was publishing the same type of article, but it was called Granny's Ramblings.
Oh
And
yeah,
she did it for many years. So this has been something that's going on for decades.
yeah. Yeah, I read the Valley Morning Star Sunday paper, quite regularly, and it's good to kind of see what's going on. And even if you don't hear about it in the community, it's good to find that in the Harlingen Happenings, and it's very detailed. And yeah. So I like that a lot. As far as your meetings, you want to go ahead and kind of shed some light onto that, just in case if somebody wants to join the society and kind of what the meetings entail and stuff like that?
I'd be glad to. Thank you
Okay, you're
for
welcome.
the opportunity. Um, our meetings are open to everybody.
Okay.
Anybody who's interested can come, and we welcome you. We would love for you to be interested enough to join our society.
Mhm.
At our meetings, we have a short business meeting, and then we present a program. It's either in video format or we have somebody in person. During our more populated months, which is usually when the winter Texans are here, we try to have at least one person, individual presenting per month. And we appreciate your being one of our presenters,
Mhm.
Mike. Thank you. We like to present programs about research methods and techniques. We frequently talk about different online researching techniques. Some of the more popular websites like Ancestry.com and FamilySearch.org,
Mm.
uh, and how to better navigate those resources and what's new. They're always adding new things to their websites. So frequently it's about digital researching and sources where you can get some information and material. And then we have presenters who'll come and talk about some local history. And one of our most popular subjects recently is talking about DNA and
Oh,
genealogy research. And we have some excellent presenters that regularly present on that.
mhm.
We missed several of our programs recently because of the coronavirus
Mm.
problem, and we hope to be bringing those presenters back. And I'd like to tell you some of the programs. We had scheduled Elizabeth Heiss, Dr. Elizabeth Heiss, about using DNA in genealogy. That was canceled. We're going to bring her back.
Yeah.
Connie Crowell is a Forsenic. She's a professional who talks about Forsenic fun
Mm.
related to genealogy.
Mhm.
And then we also have Mary Torres, who attended the last RootTex 2020 conference in Salt Lake City. She
Mm.
usually comes and tells us what's new on the genealogy scene, what's new on some of the websites, and what are some of the newer websites. So
Mm.
those are 3 programs that we definitely will be bringing up next year, plus several really helpful videos from Roots Tech.
Mm. Oh, very good. I had kind of a couple personal questions. One was kind of came through work. We had a young lady who was very into genealogy with her family. I think she was from Maryland, and she just she just had a kind of a stumbling block with one of her searches, I guess. Um, if somebody would need help, like outside of the meeting kind of time, would your group be able to help them with that? Maybe point them in the right direction?
Yes, we do accept queries
Okay.
uh, from out of town members who need
Oh,
somebody here to look up a local source.
okay.
Uh, and we will do that
Hmm.
to a limited extent, but yes, we do try to help people. And then our workshops, we try to do a lot of one-on-one individual help. And I forgot to say, we meet every third Thursday,
Hmm.
uh, our most third Thursdays of the month of the year, and then during the more populated times, we'll meet twice a month, and the next meeting would be on the 4th Thursday. We meet at the library, either in the auditorium or the conference room at 10:15 in the morning on Thursday morning. And I want to tell you, I can't not say that we so appreciate being able to meet at the Harlingen Public Library. It's such a wonderful venue, has all of the technological resources that we need, and we very much appreciate being able to use your venue.
Well, yeah, you're very welcome. Um, I had some other questions. Personally, are you working on any genealogy projects yourself? With
Well,
family or anything?
I am, but not personal. Right
Okay.
now, I am the registrar of our Daughters of the American Revolution chapter.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And so I spend more time helping other people with their genealogy to try to prove their link
Yeah.
back to the American Revolution. So I have a long list of things that I'm going to do when I have time when I grow up for my own genealogy, but so
Oh,
far I haven't gotten to it.
okay. Um, yeah, yeah, you've been a president there for a few years. Do you have a favorite part of being in the society? Would it be the friendships that you have, or just the projects, or is it just the whole thing?
Well, it's kind of the whole thing.
Okay.
Genealogists love to talk genealogy,
Oh, yeah.
but a lot of people, their eyes kind of glaze over when you start talking to them about genealogy. And so
Hmm.
it's nice to have a group that really is interested in what you have to say.
Mhm.
even family members, they'll take so many family genealogy stories and then that's enough. But also the programs are inspiring. They usually help you uh, have an idea maybe of how to get over or around a brick wall, a stumbling block in
Yeah.
your research, or they inspire you to go home and get busy and do some more research. So
Yeah.
I, I enjoy the programs and I enjoy the camaraderie of the people, the members and the attendees.
Okay. Yeah, we were mentioning workshops, just a few minutes ago. Do you have any favorite workshops that you've been a part of, or you've got a presenter that you were like, "Wow, that was pretty great." I'm glad we had that person, or is it just just everything is good. So,
Well, I especially enjoy the workshops where we have lots of people there who are very interested in learning how to do their genealogy.
yeah,
It's exciting to pass on that information and help other people. Um, I think people really appreciate finding out all of the different online resources that are available. There's so
mm,
many, and there are more every day.
yeah,
And even the resources, the old favorites like familysearch.org, which is a free online site,
mhm,
it's adding records all the time. And these are places where you can actually download the original record
mm,
and print it out. So it's pretty exciting to find out about things like that, I think.
yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
that's a nerdy answer.
Say again?
I think that might be a nerdy answer, but
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, you were talking about workshops. What are the length of the workshops? Are they generally pretty short, or are they 2 to 3 hours on on like a weekend, or is it basically like during the week?
we try to do a weekend every once in a while. A lot of times it's Sunday afternoon for people that don't want to drive at night. And then
Mhm.
sometimes we'll do one in the evening. We usually do a short presentation, maybe 20 or 30 minutes, slide PowerPoint presentation with some of the highlights of where to go. Then we have forms that have information on them and charts. And then we invite people to bring their laptops. The library has excellent Wi-Fi service, so they can get on to some of these sites and we can actually help them with their research for the rest of the time. So 30 minutes for a presentation and maybe an hour or an hour and a half more just working on genealogy research.
Okay. Say if I wanted to join as far as dues go, would somebody just bring a check to the group there, or how would that work?
Yes, our dues are $20 a year,
Hmm.
and our treasurer accepts dues,
Okay.
and we very much appreciate that. Actually, most of our dues go toward buying genealogy volumes for our library. And as you know, often I'll come to you and ask you what's on your wish list,
Hmm.
and try to buy some of those volumes.
Yeah, that's a very nice. Yeah, that's a very nice service. Because then we're kind of guaranteed we're going to have some new stuff coming in. That we can get a little quicker than our regular ordering. So that's a nice thing to have. Susan, do you have any closing thoughts? Before we wrap up today.
Well, I, it's kind of amazing. In 1962, when we were founded, who could have imagined that genealogy would become one of America's favorite pastimes?
Mhm.
And especially with so much new technology, the online research and the data that's available now at your fingertips, and the DNA genealogical research. So it's been those ladies that started our organization so many years ago were very far-sighted, whether they realized it or not.
Mhm.
Um, and once you get involved in genealogy, it becomes addictive. I personally started because I ended up with both sets of grandparents' old family pictures. And I knew my daughter was going to be doing a family history project where she needed to fill in the blanks of 4 generations. And
Hmm.
I wasn't sure that I could go back 4 generations for her
Yeah.
on both sides of her family.
Yeah.
So one summer when she was at camp, I started trying to figure out who those people were in those pictures. And I drew a family chart and I started trying to fill in the blanks. And pretty soon I just, it's like solving a puzzle
Hmm.
or a mystery. I got addicted. And
Yeah.
I think that what happens to so many people when they start researching their family, it just becomes a passion. And once you get involved with family history, all of a sudden history becomes so much more interesting because you see that you had people in at different times of our nation's history
Hmm.
that were involved in wars and events going on, and it makes history come alive to you. So I think genealogy research is just a great, fascinating pastime that kind of opens up the world in a lot of ways.
Yeah, it's kind of like you said, with history, you never know, what fun stuff you're going to find, whether it's going to a history book or searching your genealogy, kind of your family tree and stuff. So it kind of all comes together. So, that's a pretty cool thing, I think. And like you said, once you get started, I know my mother and my uncle, they have been searching their family tree for many years now, and they put together just a particular weekends just to work on all that stuff and break out all the boxes and the photos and their family tree stuff, and they look forward to it. So I think myself, I'll probably be doing that here, in a couple years, and I look forward to that. Yeah, so yeah, when it comes to genealogy, it's pretty great. Basically it's endless. As far as how far you want to go. I think sometimes you can get to the end, but I think the journey's fun too. So you never know what you're gonna find and stuff. So
It's so true.
yeah. Okay. Well, thank you, Susan, for coming on with us today, and we hope to see you and the society. After we get through all this stuff that's going on out there. But it was fun talking to you today, and enjoy your day. Okay.
Thank you likewise. I
Okay.
appreciate it.
Yeah. Thank you for viewing us today with Miss Susan Francis, and we'll see you soon. Stay safe and have a good day. Okay, bye now.